Welcome to the edited highlights of the South Cheshire Question Time event, which took place on the 26th of July. It was organised by Central and Eastern Cheshire Primary Care Trust and by Cheshire East Local Involvement Network.
Yeah, I think what's been great about today is really the meeting people, the chat beforehand, getting around and seeing people and going around the stalls and seeing the third sector organisations, and that's been really important to meet people and to talk to the patients and the patient participation groups, and I think that's been a really good buzz around meeting people and finding out what people want to know about the organisation. So I think that's been invaluable. I think it's given me a real insight really on the questions that have been asked as well, and about our answers to them and reflection on what's important. It gives you a flavour of what's important to people about what we're trying to do. So I think it's been a really useful, helpful process to go through today.
I think part of this has been about the first steps in terms of engagement. So the opportunity to have a conversation with people, listen to people's concerns. I think there's absolutely no doubt what the message that comes through really clear is some of this is difficult, it's complex, the detail isn't there yet, we're going to need further guidance to come out, we'll need to understand the detail that's in the health bill, but this is part of one of the steps towards moving in that direction, being able to have the dialogue, being able to have the conversations, to actually say sometimes we don't have all the detail around all the answers. I think that's a really important message to get out into the public. Get the engagement right though, and hearing the messages coming back will allow us to shape what we're trying to do going forwards and align that with our priorities. In terms of looking at all the other sectors and all the other areas, more in terms of how we get out there, have the conversations, listen to what's important to people, and then start to shape some of our work around that, and make sure we're flexible to be able to link that with as the health bill detail comes out. But a really good start.
My name's Rob Allen, Director of Partnerships at Wolverhampton Housing Association. I've been invited along today to chair the event. I think it went well. I also think the principle about no decision about me without me is really important, and I think that's what shone through. We had some really good testing, challenging questions, and I think the panel members answered them to the best of their ability, and I was really particularly wanted to tease out what the impact of the proposed reforms will be on the individuals. So I think we covered a lot of ground in 2 hours, so I'm pleased about that, and I think it's testament to the approach taken by the PCT and others to ensure that we consult as many people as possible.
I really enjoyed this afternoon. I always wish we could get more people, and in particular I wish that we could talk to a wider spectrum of ages. Having said that, we had some really good questions, we had a really good discussion, and actually what it showed is that actually people are thinking seriously about how we organise healthcare in the future and how we improve things, and more to the point, I've learnt an awful lot, so it's been very beneficial for us, and let's hope for the people who came along with specific issues and questions that they've learnt a lot too.
I think today was a brilliant event. It was a great start. We got some fantastic questions that highlighted for all the parties involved that we were going to be able to work together, had a single set of agenda items that we needed to work on closely, and that we were really all committed to meeting the need of the local population, not addressing demand, and ensuring that we deliver joined up services, and I think that came across really strongly.
I think overall it was a useful event. I'm pleased that we managed to get some participation on behalf of patient groups and its development. I think most people I've spoken to after the meeting were pleased with the information that was given, and it's nice to have the meeting conducted in an orderly fashion. There was no hostility from the audience, which is a bonus, and also I thought that was a good plus for having somebody who's not in the health service chairing the meeting, which he did remarkably well. So all in all, I think it was well organised. Response was good. Attendance was pretty good. So I'm more than delighted with it.